Yeah. Poke her with a stick.
Pick her up and throw her.
Yeah.
Pick her up, put her in the car, and go
I'd
to
say
the place.
water. Put some water on her. Yeah.
We're here. I can leave you in the hot car. Your choice.
Oh, I'm sorry, honey.
Parenting. Why I don't do it.
All right. Bye.
For parents. Bye, Aaron.
Oh.
When she calls, it's going to be some sort of emergency.
Oh.
Okay.
So, okay.
Duders.
Fooders.
Welcome to Four Brewers. My name is Matt Becker, and as always, I'm joined by
John Holzer.
Jason Harris.
Greg Nego.
and we got a plethora of homebrews
Homebrews.
from our homie Kyle.
We've got some homebrews. Some hummus.
Yeah, we got Kyle hanging out in the IRC. Hi, Kyle. So where should we start? What do we got? We got a Saison, oatmeal stout, and a Scotch ale.
Yeah, like a reddish Scotch ale.
Okay. Do you want to start with the Scotch ale? Which one is which,
So
Greg?
per Kyle,
I think it's this one.
Scotch ale is like his repeat recipe that he's honed in, and he wants our feedback on. And the other ones were just stuff he had.
I'll give you some feedback on your homebrew, my friend.
Here's some feedback. You fuck off.
I just happened to see Kyle at a brand new bar that just opened up down the street from my house called Cask and Hammer.
Oh, yeah, you were pretty stoked
tiny,
about that.
Yeah, it's a little tiny, like...
Mr. Ferkfest.
Are they like
Do they have casks?
They had a live cask on.
Like a
Actually,
real one?
A real cask from Stone. It was a Ruination 2.0 something with grapefruit and maybe some habaneros.
I was explaining.
And Mr. Andy Black actually drove down and set up their cask, like, kegerator thing for him.
Oh, good.
Rebreather, and gave it a stamp of approval so he can have his beers being poured there.
I think Andy Black could have a business just doing that, just having Andy Black stamp of approval on your cask system.
Yeah.
He might.
Yeah.
I was trying to explain cask beer to my neighbors at the Alpine Pizza Port thing yesterday.
Yeah.
So they had a pale ale on cask with passion fruit. And they're like, what's the difference with cask beer? And I'm like, well, it's a big question. What I've learned recently is that, there's like... there's like your traditional British casks where they're fermented in the vessel, but this isn't actually probably that. They probably just poured some beer in with some fruit and then, fuck.
I always ask first, do you know what bottle conditioning is? And
Yeah.
I go, yeah, well, it's basically the same thing but bigger.
That's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
I was just basically like, too long didn't read. It's probably going to be a little bit warmer and a little bit less carbonated than what you're used to.
There you go. That's a good one.
And they threw some shit in it.
Did Kyle give us any...
There's a recipe.
I got it right in front of me.
So
Yes.
maybe we should read the BJCP guidelines
on my
this,
new Chrome
just
book.
to be thorough.
Yeah, Jason was one of the few who prospered from Amazon Prime Day.
All right, so...
How did that happen?
While Matt can't talk about his employer, I guess I can. I have strong opinions on Prime Day, and I think where they fucked up is that instead of being like, here's all the things that you would want because we know what you buy, they were like, look at the massive volume of deals we have, and showed you everything that was on sale, even though there was no chance in the world you wanted to buy like a baklava or a fucking shoehorn, right? And so, like, at one point I looked, and the Lightning Deals was 92 pages.
Oh, my God.
I'm just like, what the fuck? How am I ever supposed to find anything in there? And, like, on page 91, there was a diamond ring. And if I was the kind of person who bought diamonds, I probably would have been pretty jazzed.
I had no idea that was... Because all I saw was junk. And I'm not talking shit on Amazon. Like, I was looking forward to it. But it was like, I really don't see anything I want. I stumbled upon a lens that was on... Like, actually, it's a fisheye lens that and the only reason I saw it was because I went to go look at it. And, like, oh, this is... on sale for $60 off. That's awesome. I already have it, but that was the only really cool thing I saw.
I didn't even look.
Jason's like, I got a microphone, I got a computer, I got... I'm just like, where did you even find that? I would have bought a Chromebook for $150. Why not?
The big thing was that they didn't... Because it was scrolled down on the main page. All of Warehouse Deals, which is like Amazon used refurb section, was an additional 15% off.
I saw that.
So that was where I got the Chromebook. It was like... a Warehouse Deal Chromebook that was another 15% off. So new it's like $260 and I got it for like $150.
Nice.
So I was like, yeah, not bad.
So what are the details on this beer?
We're talking about Chromebooks here, Matt.
This is made
This
with...
is
What was the style that he was going for?
Scottish Red Ale, Strong Scotch Ale 9E.
Okay, 90.
Luckily,
Okay.
whatever app he used to make this has that there.
This
Nice.
looks like it might be the one I can't think of the name of.
Are we heavy?
Never mind. No,
Okay.
the application for the recipe.
Yeah, so the aroma should be
Beersmith?
deeply
Yes.
malty, with caramel often apparent.
No two-row in this. Just
PD?
a fun fact.
Earthy.
What do you use? Golden
Complex?
Promise?
Yeah.
Nice. Good call. What's the recipe look like, Jason?
So we're talking IBU percent. Oh, okay. Weird formatting. 63%.
Actually,
Golden Promise.
I suppose we should ask if Kyle minds that we just read his recipe out on.
I don't think he'll mind.
He
He
sent
sent
it.
us the recipes, so...
Well, I for our reference.
Well, do you want to
So,
wait 30 seconds to get
It's
us...
Golden Promise, Munich. The big two
Promise,
are
yeah.
Golden Promise and Munich, with a little bit of everything thrown in after that. Flaked barley, crystal 60, a tiny bit of chocolate, and a tiny bit of roasted barley.
Okay.
With
Word.
Any PD?
East Kent Goldings. No peat.
No Pete.
East Kent Goldings.
Good call.
First Gold. Yeah, there's no real peat
Never heard
character
of
to
First
it.
Gold.
Good call.
Yeah, me either.
First Gold. It's one of those like it's a Golding type, but it's one of those hops that they grow in the UK for breweries around the UK, and every once in a while some comes over here and you're like, we could use this, or we could just use EKG.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's slightly different, but
he did that as a first wort hop.
okay.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
So this is also 23 IBU, 21 SRM, final gravity of 1018, starting gravity of 1070.
Did he give a yeast that he used? Was it Edinburgh?
It's Edinburgh, yeah.
Edinburgh? Yeah.
Did not give Plato conversions though, so we're going to deduct a point for that one.
God damn it. I'm
Way to
going to add
be
a
a
point.
dick.
Adding
Way
a
to be a
point for
dick.
not using Play-Doh. Fuck Play-Doh. I hate Play-Doh so much that I'm not even going to buy Play-Doh anymore.
You're not going to hearken to the teachings of the philosopher Plato.
No, absolutely not. I'm more of an Aristotle kind
So
of guy.
how do we all feel about Scotch Ale? Like, I'm not a huge
I think
Scotch
there's
ale
good
guy.
ones and bad ones, but it's not one of those styles that I go out of my way to get.
Same here. I think it's one of those styles that kind of gets lost in the whole, like, has kind of got lost in the craft revolution. You see it at like pubs a lot, but you see it, imported a lot, but you don't see, Hill Farmstead isn't going to make a Scotch ale. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just a funky style that kind of it's like, hey, you want to make a Scotch ale? Yeah, I guess. It's almost like you have to do something to it, like add adjuncts, or not adjuncts, but flavorings or something to make it stand apart. Not that the style itself needs it, but
figure if we're looking at like what gets hype in the beer world, it's either hoppy beer or malty beer with shit in it. Either bourbon and wood, or vanilla, or coffee, or whatever.
Barrel aging.
Yeah.
But malty beer that's just malty beer isn't that popular right now.
I mean, in Scotland, their water sucks for hoppy beers, so that's the primary reason why they make unhopped beers. I mean, it's just the bare minimum IBU, and
that's true.
That and hops. Historically, hops were really difficult to get out there. Like they were using, when the English, or the southern, like down in the southern part of the island, were using hops, they didn't catch up. The Scottish didn't catch up for like years and years. They were still using heather for bittering,
right?
That kind of stuff.
But they're making good Scotch, so I'll forgive them.
Real quick, do we want to go over the style guideline here?
The style guidelines look more like a wee heavy than anything.
Yeah.
Look at the style examples. They're all like Bellhaven.
What was the
AleSmith wheat.
ABV on this, by the way?
6.9.
Yeah.
Okay.
238 kcal.
Which is 6.9. That's like on the low end of the.
You rock.
It's on the low end of the ABV. What are our first thoughts on this?
I don't have a problem with it.
I get some caramel and a little bit of chocolate on the nose, and then
First thing I thought,
malty biscuity thing on the mouth.
Yeah, biscuits and caramel, which is exactly what I expect from a Scotch ale. The color is right in the appropriate range. I think maybe a little on the dark side. Like I would.
It kind of reminds me of like an Imperial Irish Red.
Yeah. I think it can.
No, I always thought of Irish Reds as just being like really dry, like way drier and cleaner. I think this is really good.
Yeah.
As it warms
like,
up, it's
like
getting better. and better.
quality wise, it's actually really nice. It's totally clean. I'm not getting any off anything.
That's the
about
first
it.
thing I thought. I drank it and I'm like, oh, this is very clean and there's nothing wrong with it.
It's not homebrew tasty, you know.
no,
Right.
it tastes. It doesn't. It does
It's
not
got a
taste
nice
like
clean
homebrew.
finish.
Yeah, it's got a clean finish. It has a really nice residual sweetness. You know.
I'm not offended by it, and I think it's great.
Yeah, it's got
Fucking
a
good.
really like full mouthfeel. Like
Yeah.
this is
Exactly where it should be.
I'm really impressed.
style.
Yeah, this is really great.
Yeah, I can't really
glad-
say anything bad about it.
I'm
It
glad
even
he
looks
didn't go
nice.
peaty or smoky with it because
Yeah,
a lot
me
of
too.
times they're
Yeah.
doing that a lot, and I'm not always like I've almost learned to associate Scotch ale in my head with fucking smoke,
Peat.
and
Yeah.
I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, and it's funny because
I
you
love
look at the
Well, why
style
don't you and Pete
guidelines.
get married?
I love Pete.
You can
Pete
now
and I
legally.
should
The adventures of
show me
of
Pete.
Pete.
Oh no!
Put your Pete in my mouth.
Adventures of Greg and Pete. Yeah, no, and with Scotch, I think it's great, but like Peat in beer is always something that I've kind of been averse to, you know, because the
See,
whole iodine thing.
I don't
it always
like
tastes
it,
like iodine.
and that's why I switched to bourbon from Scotch. Also, you can be like a bourbon millionaire for like $40, and
That's true.
$40 on a bottle of Scotch is like this is the bottom end of the
Yep.
low end of
Damn straight.
budget value Scotch.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they have to price it at like $60, otherwise people will be like, "What's wrong with it?"
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for single malts at least. Yeah, it's like your bottom end Lafroig is like what? Like like $40.
25.
Bullshit.
Eh,
Where?
for a Lafroig 10, that's like $25, $35.
Really?
Yeah.
Total
You pay
one.
like $45 for like a.
If you do like
Krakenmore or some
the
shit.
full
Okay.
cask or half cask or quarter cask, it's going to be more. But
Yeah, I think the bottom end Ardbeg is like 45 or something like that. And
which,
that
by
stuff
the way,
is amazing.
If this episode goes on a Monday, it is actual National Scotch Day. So
Oh, perfect! It's going to go out on Monday then.
Whatever.
Sweet.
on a Scotch day.
The levels.
I got to say, our last 3 shows kind of worked out with things that were happening locally.
Oh yeah, the
like,
Beer Bloggers Conference thing with the Wicked Weed.
Yeah,
it was
and-
perfect timing.
Why?
It was pretty sweet.
Why?
There was
Why?
other
Waka
ones
waka
that matched up, but I can't think of them. So
I like how the entire Wicked Weed episode that we did, none of us went wide. I
Even
think it's
though
probably
that's all we ever do.
Yes.
It's because we had the proprietors there. We didn't. I feel like I didn't want to yell their business name.
in a funny voice. Yeah.
I'm like, welcome, Wicked Wide. Shit.
overall, though, really good, Kyle.
This is killer.
Good.
Yeah, this is really great.
And I don't know if
I wonder if
Kyle's,
this is bottle conditioned or if it was force carbed.
He did 10 gallons of it, so if he bottled it, I bet he bottled it a lot.
Yeah.
Damn straight.
I don't know.
Yeah, I
maybe,
would bet. I would bet if you're doing 10-gallon batches, you're probably just bottling them off the kegs. 'cause
Yeah, I would
you're,
assume
you're
so.
doing it to keg.
Yeah. Yeah, bottling 4 cases
We'll find
of beer
out in like
sucks
30
balls.
seconds.
It is a very
It's actually in his recipe sheet. This is really in depth.
Oh, sweet.
Carbonation type keg. Pressure 12.5 psi.
Nice.
check him out.
The volumes of CO2 2.3.
Nice.
Wow, I don't
That's
even-
like-
I
that's
thought
bubbly.
it tasted about 2.3.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Two-
whenever I
two,
write a
two.
recipe, I just always use the same carbonation. It's just like, yeah, whatever. That looks good, and because I don't ever. I just kind of carb it and to taste, and like, I guess it's
If it's too
carbed
much, you
enough.
dial it back. And
Right.
Yeah, bleed it a
Fuck
little,
it.
and you're good to go.
I like it. It looks pretty too. It's a very pretty looking beer.
It is. It's
Kinda
like
ruby.
crystal clear.
Ruby. It's almost like wine, almost, but not.
It's more like a Madeira-ish, where it has
Right.
it's like red but brown.
Remember when
smells
Madeira
of-
went to jail?
Smells of rich
I
mahogany.
don't know what you're talking about.
Madeira goes to jail and
Madeira had Christmas. and-
yeah. All those Madeira movies, they were really popular.
Yeah. Who would have thought it was actually a man in there?
Yeah. Wow.
So far, he's 1 for 3.
Yeah, 1 for 3 so far. That was great.
So the next one, should
do
we
we
do
do
the
next?
oatmeal stout or the saison?
Yeah, let's keep malty, and then we can wash it down with some saison.
Oh, he's
Yeah, go
ready.
that way.
Cool.
I've
So
still got more of the scotch.
this is called Black Flag with 2 G's.
Like flag.
Wonder why 2 G's.
I don't know.
Excuse me.
Was Henry Rollins involved?
He brewed it
There
in
are
Fort
2
Bragg.
Henrys involved.
He
G, nah, double G, hell yeah.
So this is an oatmeal stout. 13C, I guess, is the BJCP reference number.
It's bra size.
Right on.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very small chest, but large cans.
In meters.
No.
I don't know.
That would be extraordinary.
I don't know how measurements work.
Really nice nose on this. Very well carbonated. Like, look at the head on this thing. Jeez.
I think it's a little overcarbed.
Yeah.
That's my only complaint.
Just slosh it around a little bit.
Yeah,
swirl some of the carb out of this thing.
Take care of that straight away.
The head looks really nice. It's like khaki.
With oatmeal stouts, this head looks kind of like it should dissipate quickly. I like creamier heads, but that's a very, very like minute detail.
But you are an oatmeal enthusiast.
Yeah,
so.
you are the oat man.
I guess.
Oat man, got another big
You should register oatsy.com.
Oatsy.cx.
He's the giver.
Randall Flagg from the Stephen King books.
Ah.
Not a reference I understand, but John does.
No,
I don't. I just said, you figured it out.
No, he typed it in IRC.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
I don't know if I was watching IRC.
Well, there you go.
There it is.
Do you have a flag?
A carb to taste,
Yeah, he also carbs to taste. So,
which is how you should.
yeah, I mean, I think you're getting bored with homebrewing where you're like, I have to dial in carbonation perfectly. Like you figured everything else out. Now it's like I must master carbonation.
That's like the guy who does one beer. Like he just makes it always, and he's like, "All right, I've got the IBUs dialed in. I've got everything dialed in. Let's change the amount of vols that I'm carbonating."
Vols, nice
Dude.
balls, bro.
I can't remember the guy's name, but there was this dude who was a like old school homebrewer when I used to work at O'Shea's, and he always had the jankiest homebrew setup, and he was a very strange kind of guy. Like you weren't really sure what his deal was, you know. Like, and I'm serious, it was such a weird.
Like the guy who sold me my first cougar, and he accused me the next day of stealing weed from his house.
yeah, I could see that. But
maybe you misplaced it.
That was a great conversation though, because he was like, we were missing some stuff, and I'm like, what stuff? And he's like, hold on, and like his girlfriend gets on the phone. She's like, I don't think it was you. You seem like a good person, but your friend, we're missing something. I'm like, what are you missing? Like, what are you missing? And she's like, it was a bag of ganja. That's great.
Yeah. But no, this guy, he was one of those dudes who was like, he always brought his beer in 2-liter soda bottles with like carb caps, and his beer was always fucking awesome.
Wow.
You know, it was one of those things, and he always did like British style beers, and every single time he'd be like, I can't remember the guy's name, he'd be like, hey, so what'd you bring? He's like, well, it's something like a Theakton Old Peculiar. Every single time it was always some riff on Theakton Old Peculiar, because that was like his favorite beer of all time, and it was always great.
Good for him.
Yeah, I don't remember where that story was going, but this beer,
it is a beer.
It is a beer.
What's the malt bill look like?
It's a lot going on.
It looks pretty dark brown. I wouldn't say it's black.
We've got Maris Otter,
Some ruby
2-row,
red highlights.
flaked oats, and then a little bit of roasted barley, caramel malt, caramel 60, caramel 120, and carafa. Just kind of a little bit of everything.
And then Fuggle, and British Ale yeast, WLP 005.
Yeah, it comes off as a little smoky.
I get kind of an astringent flavor, but that might be what we're saying. It's a little overcarbed.
I kind of got that too.
Yeah.
I didn't know what.
I get the smoky thing as well. It's not necessarily ashy like I would normally put it in that bucket, but
yeah.
I think when you're using those dark malts, and a lot of them, your mash pH and stuff like that kind of goes out of whack.
Yeah, it'll get very low.
And I think that's
Not that low, though. I mean,
I don't know.
And if anything, if you're going to get astringency, it's because your pH would be too high. usually that's when you get too much astringency. And so if you're brewing a stout, I don't think pH would be an issue.
Interesting.
I think tasting this, I can see why a lot of times when you're getting like stouts, porters in this range, because it's like 5.5, I think, or 6%. They add something because
4.2.
Is it 4.2? That's really low.
Yeah. 1054 starting, 1022 finishing.
1022 finishing, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's pretty damn.
It doesn't taste like 1022.
Oh, the estimated was 5.5, and it finished out at 4.2.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like it doesn't. It's. I wouldn't say it's dry, but it doesn't feel like sweet or sugary.
No way.
Like it's at 1022.
It could use a little bit of something to up the flavor.
You
Like,
know, it's funny.
I could see coffee going in this and doing well, or
yeah.
something.
You know, honestly, I like it. Just, I think honestly, like part of the problem that I have with it right now is I have it in the wrong glass. You know, I'm like kind of sipping this thing out of a Teku. I mean, I want like, you know, a big ass, you know,
Take
imperial
the right glass for everything.
I want a giant pint glass of this beer. You know, that's what I want. This is like a very like, you know, British pub beer.
You want like the pint with the little lip on it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I want to like, you know, I actually really like this a lot. I'm 2 for 2 on Kyle's beer so far.
Yeah, this is 14% oats too, flaked oats.
Holy shit!
So I think I got that right.
Damn.
Yeah. As I just finished it, definitely get some like nuttiness, and then maybe like a little like fruity.
A little bit of fruity ester thing.
Yeah, the fruity ester is kind of like a red cherry sort of.
Yeah. I think this is super clean again.
Yeah.
I mean, like
Yeah, for sure.
as far as like, you know, sanitation and his fermentation, that's all dead on.
Right.
And I think for me, I don't want to think about this beer. You know, I just want to like this is like a hanging out, having a pint type beer.
Yep.
You know, where, you know, if you stop and think about it, you're like, yeah, I get a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but this is just like a good solid stout. You know?
To say
creamy.
it's not to say it's boring. It's just
No.
it's well done to the point where you don't have to think about it because it's not distracting you with something that's wrong with it.
It's not. It has that, like I said, that British pub kind of feel. It's not like, you know, a Belgian quad that's very cerebral and, you know, it puts you in a very contemplative type of, like, you know.
It's not a leg crosser.
Okay.
Yeah, type of mood. This is just like a drinking beer, which I like a lot.
It's not a park bench sort of beer. It's it's not a leg crosser, so to speak. It's
Still trying.
it's
with
one of
that
those
for my
sitting
taste,
on a bar stool.
I would say if you bumped the ABV up by probably like 1.5 or like, you know, 1 to 1.5%, gave it a little bit more front end, a little bit more.
What did you say? A mash temp on there?
Probably.
It's
Because that would be my curiosity. Because I brew a similar.
86% mash efficiency.
156.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Pretty
pretty
high.
high.
He did everything correctly.
Yep. That's where I would be on that beer.
So
Yeah, it looks like based on the recipe sheet, the OG target was a little low. So that's why the alcohol by volume came out a point. It was estimated 5.4 and it came out 4.2.
I think you should keep it at 4.2. Honestly, like this is like a winter session beer. I think. But again, I think
4.2 is great.
The quality is really high.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm looking for
I'm
more
really
of like
impressed.
a Velvet Merlin.
Aren't we
Just
all,
make
though?
Velvet Merlin.
Okay, Brunelson.
I'm just gonna go drink Velvet Merlin right now.
As an employee of the Duvel Corporation.
Mortgat.
Yeah, Duvel Mortgott. Honestly, now that I think about it, I could probably use a little bit more carbonation in there. Like it had a big
Really?
head. Yeah,
That's pretty lively.
yeah.
I think that's the one thing
contrarian.
I didn't like the carbonation on it. There was, it was not a big deal because but yeah,
I would
it was a
rather
little
be on the
prickly.
high end of the carbonation than on the low end.
Yeah.
Because you can always shake it out a little bit. you
Yeah,
know?
that's the thing.
It
I could
wasn't-
have used more fluff.
And it wasn't
Yeah.
like crazy high. It wasn't like gushing out of a fucking
Yeah,
bottle or
exactly.
anything.
So we got the saison in our glass.
I don't.
Yeah,
Well,
what
then
the
maybe you
fuck?
should get with the fucking program. dude.
Sorry, I didn't know you
Try
were pouring
passing
it.
it to us, Matt.
It was sitting right there.
There's a second bottle of that if you want to. I think we have enough.
Okay.
There you go.
Say saison.
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 Nice saison you got there.
Yeah. So far, Kyle really.
I
well
fucked it up.
done
We need
there.
the second one.
Don't. Sorry.
What'd you do?
I poured too much.
Oh,
Well, there you go.
Greg has some. No.
Oh, you
What
already have
is
some?
I got it.
Oh no, we're good then. I thought you didn't have any yet.
what's the deal with the saison, guys?
Nice fucking fat tire bottle.
The saison is Belgian.
You can't hide it. It's
That's the best part about homebrewing is ripping off labels and bottling.
So wait, what was this bottle? It was a
Sam Adams something.
It's
Yep.
textured. Yeah, it's Sam Adams.
Did they print that on all their bottles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't buy
They're
them.
dicks.
So this one is 8.9% alcohol.
Doom.
Dang.
Starting gravity
That's
of
saison.
1083.
Super saison.
Finishing gravity
It
of
went
Imperial
super
Saison.
Saison.
finishing of 1013. Estimated alcohol is 9.2.
1013. What yeast did you use?
565.
Wow, he did. That's amazing.
It's amazing.
This is a 565 beer that actually fermented out quite well.
Nah, it didn't.
Oh, it didn't.
No.
Oh.
No.
Wow.
Although at 10 at 1.006, that's pretty low.
And I
Wait,
think
1.006. I thought you said 1013.
Oh no, that was the estimated. I'm sorry. Yeah, I got down to 10.6. He's
Okay,
right.
in that case, yes, that is good. He must have just like pitched it and then waited like a year.
Yeah, because I hate 565. I mean, I hate using it.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
a 568 guy.
Yeah, if in case anyone's wondering, the 565 is the DuPont strain, which is notorious for stalling out at like
Flocking.
50% attenuation.
Yeah,
and
flocks
then,
out with its cock out.
Yeah, and then you just have to like let it sit there for like a year.
Saison DuPont.
What's the
Saison DuPont.
I think I should put
What's-
candy sugar in here too.
what's the grain bill like, or the fermentables?
81% Pilsner 2-row Belgian. So Belgian Pilsner malt. 3.5% Cara Pils. 1.7 Vienna. Brewers Gold
Brewers Gold.
for the hops.
Amazing.
Those hops are amazing.
And there was a clear candy sugar, 0.5 SRM.
Okay.
That was 6.8%. And then 6.8% corn sugar, or dextrose,
Right.
dry
as
it
it's
out.
known in the scientific world.
I really like that show, Dextrose Laboratory.
So this is basically
smartest beer you've ever seen.
so 9% almost saison. What does everybody think about that?
It's a thing. You
It's
know,
a little warm.
Super saisons
with a yeast forward style. It's kind of alcohol. I think can tend to fight that a little bit when you get into the high ABVs. It's hard to fight heat if you don't have a malt backbone.
Yeah,
Right.
According to
drier kits, yeah.
According to Kyle, it finished in 3 to 4 weeks and fermented at 72, 73. So
Yeah, okay.
yeah, with that yeast though, I've used it probably 3 or 4 times, and it's a pain in the ass. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's too much hassle, and it's worth, in my opinion.
Fuck DuPont, right?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Right
Fuck
in the
that
pants.
yeast.
With their goddamn chemical engineered plastics and all that.
Their tires and their rubbers and
Yeah,
their
and-
shit.
Saison DuPont sponsoring Jeff Gordon. Like, I don't think you should drink Saison and drive a NASCAR. That's just my opinion.
Goddamn asbestos.
This feels like it's got too much body for me. Like it's a little, I don't know. I don't want to say sweet.
No, it is sweet. I mean, once you start getting into higher ABV, sweetness starts to come across. I think what this is lacking is carbonation. I think this needs like twice the amount of carbonation.
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, because the
It is a
carbonation.
little low, and a Saison is a fluffier,
Pretty livelier.
beer.
Yeah, it
getting-
should be like so carbonated that it wants to come out of the bottle when you
we're
open
getting
it.
almost no head on it.
Yeah. And that also enhances like the sweet thing. I mean, the more
Yeah.
carbonation that you have, the more it's going to like lift off your tongue.
and yeah, it does come a little cloying. I think.
Yeah.
a little
cloying.
cloying and a little hot.
Yeah, I mean, if you told me this was like a Belgian Golden Strong or even a triple, I would probably not.
I would-
Yeah, it's closer to a triple. It really is.
I agree.
For
Yeah.
better or for worse.
Yeah, I mean, I think if because it has like that a clovey type of thing happening.
Yeah.
I
You get like
so
little appley sort of clove Not apple
I'm
isn't a bad
surprised
thing, but
also-
I get pear, more pear
Yeah.
than apple.
Maybe that-
I'm
that's a
really
good call.
surprised how much color they got off just that little bit of
It's a very
Carapils
pretty beer.
and Vienna.
Yeah, I would get rid of the carapils personally. I think like anything that you can
And Vienna,
do
too.
to say dry. That's
Right.
what saison should be. So and I don't, most things that are like supposed to add body, I think you should kind of get rid of. With
Would
certain
you
exceptions.
add-
That's like,
would you
and
have
if you
any-
brew saison today, just dry. Just a Johnny Cash episode.
But he did add stuff to make it super dry, like the candy sugar, the corn sugar.
That's true.
I mean, he knew what he was going
He
for.
threw a ShamWow in there.
You got me.
And you know, Kyle brews it. You know, Kyle always makes good stuff.
Kyle's a good brewer.
That was funny too.
But
If only there was some way to signal funny, like non verbally.
So yeah, this is like it needs more carbonation. It really, really is like crying out for more carbonation. I think.
That being said, for what it is, I think, I mean, there's nothing really wrong with it as far as this is the recipe and this is the result. Okay, that's what it is.
Yeah,
clean.
there's no like obvious flaws. I say I would consider it being undercarbonated a flaw. I think that's and of all three beers, having that be my only real complaint. I mean, damn, like all in all, just really killer beers.
What do you think about candy sugar in a saison too?
I think it's unnecessary.
Yeah,
I think that might be where we're getting a little bit of that triple character. Too.
Yeah, it could be because they using like invert sugars. There's always going to be more left over than just using like dextrose, which is just going to add like alcohol and that's it. So yeah, that could definitely be.
Considering he's a Patreon and a longtime listener, I really think that we've groomed him. You know, like we've really informed us.
I think we've done very well. Give them all the right info.
This is all because of us.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks to all the.
Hey, everybody, thanks. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Jason, and
you're
Greg
the best.
for making this beer possible.
Aren't we awesome?
Great job. Like in a way,
picked
we brewed this beer.
I picked this up in a Del Taco down the street from the brewery, so I did my part.
Did you master
his-
pair it with like a chicken soft?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, Greg's a Veggie Works man.
Veggie Works burrito, no rice. Go bold.
Chicken soft, no lettuce. That's kind of one of my favorites.
That's how I roll, man.
You guys are freaks in nature.
The fuck? Iceberg lettuce is garbage.
Substitutions.
Go bold. You
Iceberg
definitely
lettuce
have to
is
go
like
bold. on your
they just
part.
threw some long clippings in your shit so it looks more full.
Yes, and it does. It makes it more full, which I like. I like having my grass in my shit.
It
likes-
tastes like
he likes-
grass and dirt.
Girthy burritos.
So
Hydro flask.
yeah, Kyle, right on, dude. Like just killer all around. Like
He just said the other half of this saison was used. The other half. Well, let's see.
oh, you used Golden Strong yeast.
Oh yeah. There
Alright.
you go.
I bet that would be interesting.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
like to try that.
It's kind of Belgian-y.
It's very Belgian-y.
How do you think this would contend with like adding Brettanomyces, like to do another
It
fermentation?
may clean up some of the fermentation on it. Some of the residual sort of thing.
Sure. I mean, it would be. It's a good beer to start, and so I think adding Brett just to add some like fun complexity would work just fine.
While
Yeah.
we're talking
What
about
what strain would you go?
Huh?
Well, I said, what strain would you go?
Brux.
C? Brux.
Brux, yeah. Brux is like a good solid standard.
Come at
you
me,
know.
Brooks.
What? What
Bruxy.
were you
Brux
about to
loves
say?
us.
I was gonna say while we're talking about Brett, down at Cellar 3, and they haven't really dialed in Brett yet. They have a couple Brett beers, and like one of them is like a saison. I was like, there's like no Brett in this, which sucks because I really want a Brett character and a Brett saison.
Right.
Then I had a Brett IPA, and it was like all Brett,
All the Brett. All the
all
time.
of the Brett. I was like,
That's
take
where it
these, blend them, figure it out. Somehow get
Nice.
mix it up.
Well, speaking of Cellar 3 and Green Flash and stuff, we've got some good stuff coming up. And
Some
later,
Alpine Green Flash beers that I forgot to bring, and they are being brought.
in a later episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks, Kyle. This was rad.
Yeah, it's totally like I don't know when people give you homebrew.
You never know,
is just
right?
general. It's
Right.
like, okay, I'll try it.
Yeah.
And you always go in with this certain amount of hesitation.
Trepidation, yeah.
Yeah, there you go, trepidation. And you're like, I don't know. But these were solid. This was great.
I'm duly impressed.
Yeah. Give me homebrew anytime, bro.
And,
Speaking of
In a Del Taco parking lot.
I made the effort to actually like pick out what I didn't like because my biggest peeve as a brewer is everyone will be like, "Oh, that's really good," and I'm like, "I know it's bad, you fucking asshole! How dare you? Don't spit on my dick and tell me it's raining."
is that even
Spitting
is
on
that
your
even a
dick.
thing?
Yeah, Judge Judy says that.
Really?
She has a dick.
Wow.
Yeah,
A 10-inch dick. Who knew? Wow.
The long arm of the law.
She identifies as a judge though, so we respect that.
Jesus.
Oh, my God. Oh, that's brilliant.
So now that we've been
So, Gurgle Nurgle, what is
yeah,
this?
we're
Okay.
moving on to some
What?
Nego brew.
So this is my wife has been bothering me for, she's been nagging and nagging.
My whole life.
You know how they are.
She nags and nags. She's
Fucking
like,
wives, am I
"When-
right?
Women be shopping.
The old ball and chain has been nagging me about things because you know how they are, and so I went out and had a boys' night, and then
I don't know what voice you're trying to do.
I don't either.
What are you doing?
I think I ended up being Sam the Eagle.
Nice.
And now I'm just imagining.
now I'm trying to figure out how to do something.
When are you going to brew me a pepper beer? Is what my wife asked me.
I can't
I'm
do
just
Sam the
imagining
Eagle.
Sam
That's
the
my
Eagle
Muppet.
having a boys' night. Like,
I worked with a guy who looked just like Sam the Eagle.
My God, really?
what was he like
dude.
at a boys' night?
Oh, I don't know.
Very very cylindrical head.
Poker and cigars. And
Yeah.
So, anyways, my wife said, "Brew me a pepper beer. Otherwise, I'm cutting you off."
They had a pepper beer.
And
they had a pepper beer.
so this is essentially my saison, the yellow submarine thing that we've had time and time again.
Sweet.
Ooh, it's peppery.
But what I did is split into two different carboys. I did one with 568 because I wanted some of that saison-y character.
568 being the
It's a saison
blend.
2 blend, yeah.
So
And
that's the one with was it DuPont and the Echouf strain? Is
yeah,
that right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the
that's my default one. I think it finishes really nice.
It works.
500, right?
Yeah.
That's a
the Echouf is 550. Is that right?
Whoa.
Whatever this
Wow.
Belgian is.
I thought it was
Just straight Belgian.
I thought it was. You could.
Is it just 500? It might be.
We need a yeast chart in here, by the way.
Yeah, we
It's
do.
in
We
the
need
garage.
that poster.
Oh, that'd be dope. It'd be handy.
It's in my garage where I haven't brewed for 6 months.
It's 550, guys.
gonna
Or,
550.
I know.
or YE
So it's a blend.
3522.
And
win.
One of my goals was to control the estery kind of character of the yeast, so I kept the Belgian carboy probably in the low 70s. I didn't let it ramp up like I normally do for my saison.
Right.
And then carboy number 2 was just safe L05. Just wanted a nice clean fermentation, and then I ultimately just blended both into one big 8-gallon carboy in secondary.
No, sweet.
And using a technique from a brewer that will remain nameless, because this is kind of illegal to do, is soak peppers in vodka. And once like 4 or 5 days have gone by, you put that vodka in your keg, and that's the pepper character.
Oh, yeah.
God.
I was.
I think, man, a home
That's
brewer
illegal?
is illegal.
It is
from
illegal.
a commercial brewery. Cause
Commercial
putting,
brewery.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can't-
Homebrew,
you
you
can't
can do the
just-
shit out of that.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
you can't
this
just straight add alcohol.
Because you're fortifying it. Yeah.
this person that told you works at a commercial brewery and has probably done that. Is
They
what you're
do it
saying.
regularly, yeah. So,
Okay.
so this is the finished
Well,
product.
that just gave it away. They do it regularly. Like,
It's on their board, yeah.
what brewery makes a pepper beer
It is
regularly?
not. It is not.
Maybe we
habanero
should just
sculpin.
let it. Maybe we should just let it go, John.
See
John's
that,
like, hold on.
See that?
Let me
plaque
call
over
up-
there on the wall. It's not that.
Let's call
They
it
do
the
it
alcohol
the
board
legal way.
and figure
Okay.
this out.
All right. I'm
So
sorry.
this is
sorry, guys.
I tried to do this one with all Anaheim chilies because we live in Anaheim and my wife hates
Hey.
hot stuff. So
I love No Doubt.
So your wife wanted a pepper beer, but
pepper
she
beer.
hates hot stuff.
right. She wanted the pepper character,
For some hot stuff.
but she doesn't want all the heat. So
Jalapenos, man.
Yeah, this is all Anaheim chilies. For my keg, I did. Wow, bless you.
Woo!
Peppery.
My keg I did Serranos.
I got some pepper up my nose.
Nice.
So is this the Serrano or the Anaheim?
This is just Anaheim.
This is just the Anaheim.
Yeah. There should be a little heat kick to it, but
Yeah, it's got
bit.
a little bit of a bite. I want to pour this over a burrito. It's like it's got a very like green sauce flavor to it.
definitely it's verty.
It does, but I like because I like these guys. Remember, I did a jalapeno IPA one time.
Remember when
that
you
was
used to homebrew?
awful.
Remember when I used to
way
homebrew?
back, way back.
The way back machine.
Yeah, no, but my
Small batch brew.
my pepper IPA. The problem with using jalapenos is that if they don't have any heat, they end up tasting like bell peppers.
Oh, yeah.
that's
which is
true.
disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
Okay,
fucking
yeah.
bad. But this doesn't have that. This actually tastes like an Anaheim chili. It tastes like a chili, you
Yeah.
know, which is nice.
I mean, the chili completely took over just about every facet of the beer. It just tastes like drinking a pepper,
Yeah.
which is interesting in its own way.
Yeah, I mean, I still get some malty fruitiness.
Yeah, the malt bill is all Belgian Pilsner and maybe some flaked rye in there just for a little bit of a mouthfeel thing happening. But I think the hops were no shit Columbus.
Was that
Just a little bit like 20 IBUs of Columbus. Just to have a nice clean like hop bitterness to it. I think I late hopped. What did I late hop with? Maybe Amarillo or something. So
just-
not
just-
Belgian at all.
Yeah, just like a pretty simple.
Yeah, I wanted to keep it clean for my wife, who
doing
does
the
not
KISS
like hops.
principle.
Yeah.
I actually like it quite a bit. I like
it's
your
not bad.
I like the technique. Admittedly, I'm one of the few dudes who seemingly, from what I can tell, that I could use more spice. You know, I don't like the whole like crime and punishment level.
no.
No, those are pepper spray.
Yeah, yeah.
Just shake it up and be like, fuck
Yeah,
you.
those are
Yeah, right.
disgusting.
I keep one in my purse at all times, just in case of any.
In case crime
And the squirt
happens.
gun.
Yeah, in case
Just put it
somebody
in a
tries
squirt gun.
to.
Crime.
Fuck you, man.
Tries to. Oh yeah, crime. I see what it is there.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, that's why they have it there.
Yeah, exactly.
And then punishment is if you're like fireboarding a mammer jammer.
fireboarding.
Fireboarding.
But that's it. I want more spice. That's the only thing. It's like I know that it was like made to minimize that, but like drinking this, I want more spice.
Let's make a
Yeah, my
let's make a
keg is
michelada
hot as
with
fuck.
Hmm?
I said I did a 2.5 gallon version on mine because I
Right.
did 8 gallon batch of beer. So mine is jalapeno and serranos and maybe one of these just to kind of balance out per professional brewer's recommendation.
Right.
Use a blend of different peppers and mine is really hot.
Is it
Will
really?
it blend?
Yeah.
I
Pepper,
think
pepper spice. Don't eat that.
But yeah, soaking anything in vodka is a decent technique. Just kind of have to make it into strips, throw it in like a mason jar for 5 days, depending on the heat. And that's the beauty of kegging too.
Kind
is
of.
you can,
And then once your like vodka tincture's ready, you're just like,
no, my beer is completely like on tap and pourable. So I just poured myself a glass and put like teaspoons into the cup and swirl it around. Went maybe I'll do a cup or and then see how it is and test it. And
so do you throw
dial
just
it up.
the liquid in, or do you throw the peppers too?
nope, just the liquid.
So that way it's dialed in, and you don't have to worry about
Just
it anymore.
open
That's
up
a
your
good
keg,
idea.
dump it in, and then kind of give it a little swirly, and
I think-
ready.
I want to use the word tincture.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tincture
I
would
made
work.
a tincture of
Yep.
vodka
A
and
pepper
peppers
tincture.
Essentially, yeah.
and tinked it right into the cake.
Did a little bit of tinkling.
So yeah, this is basically a cup of vodka in a 5 gallon keg.
Nice.
I don't think it's going to add any alcohol at all.
I think you did. I think you literally added alcohol. I think that's exactly what
I
happened.
think you
I mean, you're
added,
not going from 5.0
approximately
to 5.1 or anything.
I think you
It's
added approximately
a
8
minute.
ounces of alcohol.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure you probably added a fair amount of alcohol, adding straight vodka.
A cup.
Yes.
It's not going to add that much.
A cup
it's-
of 40% ABV. It's like 10 cups of 4% ABV.
How many ounces are in
one.
5 gallons?
Yeah.
How many ounces are in 5 gallons?
Yeah.
128 times 5.
So it's 600-ish.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
adding 8
Something like that.
ounces to 600-ish of beer. That's like a drop in the bucket.
I
Yeah,
wish.
but
I
it's
wish
like the equivalent of 80 ounces of beer alcohol.
I'm not going to try doing
There
that.
is a formula for it.
Yeah,
but
I'm sure there is.
It's not math we're gonna do drunkenly off the top of our heads.
I bet there's the one mathematician that's going to be like listening to this.
Please let us know in our feedback.
Who just did the math in their head. They're like, he added 0.3%.
Send us an email.
There's a Reddit called They Did the Math, where people like do math of weird, ridiculous questions. And
That's
like,
pretty
"Whoa."
rad.
It's pretty funny.
I think this is
I just went off Reddit though.
as far as the pepper, the heat goes, I think it's perfect. I think it smells peppery, like it smells like a chili. It's got a good amount of heat. I wouldn't want any more heat. I think, I don't know if you're crazy, Matt.
It's pale and yellow.
It would be just
like
way too
peppers.
hot. I think it's a good middle of the road
Nope, more heat.
heat. Really?
So I
think it's great the way it is.
Thanks, man. I do know how habanero sculpin is made the legal way. They have this huge kind of like mash tun, like a smaller mash tun from a like smaller brew kit, and then they just like fire hose really hot water on it, and then just get the water off as fast as they can, and then they brew like a smaller batch of sculpin, and they put all that heat in there, and then they just kind of add a little bit to regular sculpin as needed. As they're going.
So it's kind of the same
Really?
thing you did,
Yep.
except they're not using vodka. They're using water.
They have a smaller batch of habanero sculpin that's,
Super hot.
undrinkable.
Got it.
And then they blend that to taste as they're going.
That's a good idea if you have the
It's
amount
a
of
mother batch, they call
beer
it.
to do that.
Undrinkable. He's alive.
Really?
Yeah.
Where did
That's
you find this out?
James Murray. They're brewer.
Well,
head
Jason's
of-
good friends with Mr. Colby
head
Chandler.
of brewing operations there.
I did chat with him at the brewery. He was very nice.
Because I told him all about this vodka thing. He's like, nope. Illegal. Nope.
Don't know what you're talking about.
They're by the book over there.
They're
That's
by
why
the
they're
book.
exploding.
Yeah. By the way, the Miramar facility is fucking rad.
Yeah, dude.
Can't wait to go.
I was in there.
Dude, I wish I worked at a
Rad.
company that just we had field trips to fun places.
There's
Like, that's so cool.
I've been on one.
I was at Miramar.
I've been on none.
I was at Miramar
wow.
this week, and I had the Thai chili Wahoo wheat, which is really good.
It's like tom yum soup.
They were talking like they might be trying to scale that up and like do it bigger, maybe package it. I was like, dope.
Yeah.
Nice.
I had that at the bar I was at last night with Kyle. So
Yeah.
small world.
Sweet.
That's a really good beer.
I
like chili and beer. I like the
Tom
Serrano
Yum soup.
Pale Ale.
Tom yum soup of beers.
yeah. So all in all, good beer.
Thanks, man.
I like how we had 4 homebrews, all of which were pretty awesome.
That's right. And
How
that's,
often does that happen?
You know why it happened? Because I left mine at home.
Jason.
Didn't want to throw yours in the mix.
I
It's
really
all right.
want to try yours though.
Nah, it's pretty bad. Matt tried it. It was bad.
So
It wasn't good.
What's everybody brewing next?
well,
What's your
well.
next brew, Matt?
I actually want to do brew in a bag. I'll probably, because I was going to work next weekend, I might do it next weekend, and I'm just going to brew a saison because that's what
There
I
you
do.
go. It's easy.
Yeah, and it's also something I can bottle condition because my kegerator died. So I don't have kegs anymore. And so, but I do have a bunch of green champagne bottles.
Nice.
Uh-oh.
So
Here we go.
Yeah, I know. I need to get me some
Ramp it up.
caps.
Green is the new
See if you can
black.
get some skunk pea and just like put a drop in each bottle.
Actually, what I honestly want to do is
Not
because
pea,
the nice thing about doing the small batch thing is 2.5 gallons is essentially one case,
Yeah.
right? And so I want to do half of it in green bottles and half of it in brown bottles, and just to see. I think that would
like
be a
that.
cool experiment thing.
Mr. John, what do you got on deck?
Dude, I don't know. My stuff, I still have water in some of my stuff. Like my fermenter still has water. I know it's
gross.
been months, so I have some thorough cleaning
man.
to do. I'm sure nothing's been damaged. It's just we're
gonna
sitting with
taste that
water
when
in
I
it.
experience
Your refractometer and pH meter are still at Hamilton, I think, too.
Well, maybe he can use it. I'm not using it.
They have a new pH meter, and so they don't need that anymore.
Speaking of which,
okay.
I was thinking today, do we have any of our beer here?
I had a
think we
growler that I
God
brought
damn
home
it.
last week, but
You
no.
drink it.
We should really
Drink it.
do that beer on
Drink it.
the show.
That would be a good idea, yeah.
Probably ought to.
I saw the Anchorage mosaic and I was like, oh, we should drink that and we should drink ours. And oh yeah, we don't have any of ours. Well,
Yeah.
fuck off. I guess we're not doing that this week.
Yeah.
As far as that goes, I know we joked around, I don't know, 2 episodes ago about how rad the party was, but it was a really
Pooping,
good party.
urinal pooping.
Like,
It was a great party.
we had a good turnout. We were kind of concerned about ordering glasses and how much we sold. I mean, we walked away pretty much breaking even. And everyone had a good time. The beer turned out great.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Like,
We
could drink
realized
6 of them.
once we started that we had like planned a party, but we didn't have any like activities. So thanks everyone for showing up. And then everyone's like, "Oh yeah, we're just here.
Drinking.
We're just here.
We're just
all right,
here.
we're gonna go."
that was great. Like with the New Brew Thursday parties, it was kind of the same thing, except everyone was waiting for the bottle share to start.
They're waiting for they were all waiting for Black Tuesday. They were just like, "When are you gonna pour Black Tuesday? Fuck you!"
But one of the cool things about the
Fuck
bottle
you,
share
New Brew
thing,
Thursday. Where's Black Tuesday? Tuesday's better than Thursday because it comes earlier in the week.
I'm just saying. I see. Yeah, it's like you were there. Now what? And it was like, well, drink the beer, and I drank plenty of beer.
Yes.
Yeah, it was cool to hang out with people. And
I didn't poop in the urinal though. So
Did that actually happen?
there
was no urinal.
I didn't poop there.
There was no urinal.
No, that was a joke we made like the last session.
Oh.
That I was going to poop in a urinal.
Oh yeah.
But I couldn't because there's no urinal, and I didn't have to poop.
John threw an upper decker in there just for good measure.
It was a vegan upper decker. Vegan upper decker. Nothing worse.
It's mostly hummus.
Custard.
But yeah, Josh, he did a really good job. Thanks to Joshua and Kristen for having us at their place and making beer for us, and they handled everything. They set it up on the register so people could buy
It was
glasses,
beautiful.
and
Yeah, it
like
was
we
great.
didn't have to do anything.
And there were other beers they had on tap. I did a flight and I was all impressed with everything they had. So definitely check them out if you're in, IE.
Yep. If you want to find us online, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. You can find all that information at fourbrewers.com. If you want to support the show, you can go on patreon.com/fourbrewers and give us $1 an episode, $5 an episode, however much you want. Check out patreon.com for that info.
$100 an episode.
Yes. If you want to give us $100 an episode, we will
We
blow
will
you.
hand
That'd
job.
be weird.
Yes.
Yeah,
Hand
and be
job.
like, "I'm sorry, I'm your best friend now."
Yeah. Well, it's like fuck, we really got to step our game up now.
No shit.
Well, the next level on Patreon is video. Like if we start making $100 an episode, right now we're at
70?
almost 73.
Wow.
Right.
So
amazing.
We gotta start doing videos.
Thanks, guys.
Video.
I wasn't.
Well,
very-
with your fancy fucking camera, we can
well,
do
we're
it.
technically doing video right now. I mean,
Beer drinker.
Yes, technically we're doing it right now.
Beer drinker 679 keeps posting Japanese, and the last thing he posted was Sculpin in Japanese. But
Nice. Maybe
now
that's
he
your
says,
nemesis.
is it
Sculpin
Kenji?
is a good
Yeah.
year.
Is that
I
the
like-
leader of Sculpin Check-ins?
I like to imagine that's Ichiro.
yeah, is that
your?
your rival, dude?
Yeah.
Ichiro is not
He's
my
just-
rival. He's the Asian Sculpin king.
Well,
Sweet. Check out Patreon. Go on iTunes and give us a rating. Let us know what you think of the show.
yeah, we actually got a new one. I forgot the guy who left it, but he said he wants to hear beer reviews from Owen Wilson. So
That would be. We could probably do
we can
that.
make that happen. I think we can make that happen. Wow. If you want to get in touch with us directly, send us an email at feedback@fourbrewers.com. Do the shit out of it.
Pizza.
all right.
Wow. Good homebrews.
Wow.